what are shape just off the top of your head can you play of each of these chords? Just generally, I'm just saying, roughly.
So like the sevenths or the extensions.
Your
Like if
dominant
you tell
ninth.
me dominant nine, maybe I can play three. But if you
Okay.
tell me like 13 sharp 11, then maybe one or
Okay.
like that.
Okay. Okay. Achha. Okay. 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 Achha. Okay. Yeah. You just go through a few shapes, it just enhances কি হয় তোর না ফ্রেটবোর্ডটাকে দেখতে সুবিধা হয় because it's a chord you're pre kind of conceived the shape and that gives you a grasp of the মানে কোথায় কি notes আছে because if you have the chord like if you play F there okay this is F A C that kind of thing and then in relation to that you can navigate single note solos তো সেটা একটা and then আমি আজকে ভাবছি যে let me just check this boy out new guy and minorizing with a chord over another chord like it's a kind of a remember we discussed minorizing মনে আছে রিজু তোরা আমরা করেছিলাম something called minorizing like everything you see as minor করেছিলাম আমরা কি
So
yes something like that only something like that but আজকে যেটা করবো ওইটারই it's like a higher advanced level and then you take another type of chord and superimpose over it and then minorize that also so incredible amount of it's basically that it's like mind expansion you're looking at the same thing with different angles so অনেক অনেক সময় হয়তো এই বাড়াতে বাড়াতে you're playing in one kind of thought process the other thought doesn't enter your head because of lack of experience practice or it just doesn't come even if you practice so এগুলো না অনেক হেল্প করে মানে look at one chord as another chord এই জিনিসগুলো
sir, আমার just একটা question ছিল.
হ্যাঁ
I
প্লিজ
was trying out that thing you mentioned, like where I was just trying to jot down all the pentatonic shapes, like and the modes basically.
Okay.
So I was trying out this where like A minor, F minor, এরকম একটা progression I was trying out and trying to play just using pentatonics.
Okay.
So যেটা হচ্ছিল আমার এটা হচ্ছে যে I could identify the shapes, let's say. For example, আমি যদি এখানে থাকি তো এখানে যে F minor shape হবে versus when the chord moves to A minor, I could go to the corresponding A minor shape here. Let's say
Correct.
seventh না মানে last mode যেটা হবে.
ঠিক
So when I was doing that, I'm not able to keep in track the notes. Is that like let's say shape wise I'm getting there,
আচ্ছা
but
okay
where I am in terms of the note,
আচ্ছা okay
I'm losing.
Well, that is not much of a problem, Riju. Actor hoy, your brain just can't track the fingers,
Right.
speed of the fingers, but later in your subconscious mind, that was an E or that was a D or whatever.
If I stop
Yeah.
right there, if I'm
Yeah.
holding a note, then I would know okay, it is that note.
Yeah,
But when I'm like
on
let's
the
say,
run.
moving, yes, তখন I don't have that. এখনো অবধি I don't have that sense of, let's say, but it's not like I'm playing incorrect because I'm in that shape. The shape is something I'm using to guide by, but
Right.
note sense এখানে যদি হঠাৎ করে কেউ একটা let's say একটা extension বাজিয়ে দেয় আমি সেটাকে অ্যাড্রেস করতে পারবো না.
Okay.
I was thinking যে should I initially just wrap this up like এই সেন্সটা হয়ে যাক ফ্রেটার and then I would attack that নাকি should I like try and do something in parallel so that I'm also aware of what note like I'm on.
Acha. Okay. That what note maybe I think what the issue is with all of us when you're actually playing in that whatever tempo, your brain is not tracking each note that you're playing, but it's basically again shapes like you're saying. But the moment you stop, you can tell that okay, I mean A, B, C, and what the DSG or whatever. সেটা তো আছে. Then that is not a problem at all.
Okay.
And maybe after so many years, I can actually track what I'm going through. Sita, just being repeatedly doing the same thing for a few more years, but that's hardly a problem.
ঠিক আছে. So I was just like taking two minor chords and just
Yeah.
trying to see if I can
Yeah.
play out. Okay, cool. Thank you.
আর একটা করতে পারিস since we are talking about this minor chord type minor pentatonic, remember we checked out the starting points using the one string shape and do the same thing with both the chords. So the A minor টা E দিয়ে আরম্ভ করবে, F টা F দিয়ে, আর A minor G দিয়ে, F টা A flat দিয়ে. So the side shapes are side by side. Kind of. This is A minor. A flat will be our A minor will be F will be again. So this is it will help you to read.
Yes, sir. এটাই আমি করছিলাম. Initially, I was trying one position, then I was trying কি অন্য position এ করবো, and like because there are two shapes I have to keep in track, like one of this, one of that.
That's correct. And এটার সঙ্গে যদি তুই ওই ইয়েটা বাজাস না, মানে তুই ওই ডিভাইস ইউজ করিস না, chromaticism and enclosure, then you really start sounding like you are not really playing scales, but yet you are correct. মানে ওই লেভেলটা বুঝতে পারছিস?
Yes, sir. So I was thinking that only. I have to like push myself to do that, even if it's uncomfortable. So.
Yeah, of course. Are uncomfortable only till you break the gate. Once you enter that territory, again it's one more level of being comfortable. And we all know, I know, whatever level we do, at one stage we are all uncomfortable. Because we want to stretch ourselves to that next degree. But it's never ending. Yeah, Neil, can you show up? Let me at least see your face. Are you there still? Who's this? Rocco clock?
There, but I think that's the one Rocco clock, but I think he's facing some technical problem. I was waiting for our join করলো. Something is wrong with his.
আচ্ছা। তাহলে আশুক আমরা will start. ওরা আশুক শুরু করুন। হ্যাঁ।
আর বাকি আসলে আর সবাই চলে এসেছে। স্যাম এলে আমি ওকে
হ্যাঁ ও সবাই চলে আসবে। ঠিক আছে।
ঠিক আছে।
Okay. Any other questions, guys? Similar types in the same kind of way. Shambo কিছু জিজ্ঞেস করবে? হ্যাঁ রিজু কি বলছিস?
So there was one thing that I was listening to some YouTube video, okay? Yeah. And then I just figured this out that at a C major progression, use this B flat 13 sharp 11.
Yeah.
So basically trying to hint towards like F melodic minor.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, it's like we chord that there, just like outside. But it brings in that flavor of like the fourth mode of the melodic minor, right? It was trying to do that.
Yes.
Lydian dominant try korchilo anar jonno.
Yes.
Sir, erakom I was thinking je it was a normal, by normal progression I mean it was like there was no exotic chord apart from this one. Okay. But it like changed that mood of the thing, right? So I was erakom how do I go about like trying to figure out এরকম কিছু chord যেটা maybe change is a transition thing যেটা আমি বাজালে it brings out that thing. So this was one of the example. Okay. But is there like should I like when I'm trying to do this kind of exercise should I like take a scale and যেরকম আমরা ডোরিয়ানের জন্য করেছিলাম যে 6 টা থাকতে হবে, right? So is that the way I should think about it, or there's some other exercise in which I can do that?
Okay. Tell me, if the chord is playing C, are you talking about you're superimposing the B flat 13, or there are two chords, C and B flat?
It's going towards that. The B flat 13 sharp 11 গিয়ে তারপরে A minor drop.
আচ্ছা
okay. Flat 5 sub করছিল মানে E7 টাকে B flat করে দিচ্ছিল.
Absolutely.
But adding that extension makes it like going to the melodic minor domain.
That's correct. Yeah. Yes. So what you're asking, how you want to get similar chord structures and then navigate over, improvise over.
Yes, because I thought this was a very intelligent way of just bringing that thing যেখানে. I was thinking usually while playing a chord progression it won't come to my mind I'll play this,
Okay.
But obviously, I can think of doing a 5-1 and then doing this.
Okay.
Till B flat dominant seventh, maybe I can go. But
Okay.
beyond that, ওইটা একটুখানি difficulty হয়. So I was thinking like can I do something so that I can actively try reaching these things where একটা chord I am forcing, let's say, the soloist to
Yes.
go into this domain. So
Okay. Good question. It's a vast answer, but I'll give you some. I'll give you some examples. Before we've done it, but there are some like ways that you can also superimpose it. I'll show you a technique Coltrane used to use. Simple one, but it describes exactly what you need. But before that, let me talk to Neil first. Neil, this is your first class. So what are you working on now? Tomorrow to I can because today what we're going to discuss is slightly advanced. So to me, I mean, I'll know what level you're at.
Okay, sir. Actually, I am from জলপাইগুড়ি।
Okay.
জলপাইগুড়ি থেকে এবার আমি 15 ইয়ার্স মতন গিটার প্লে করেছি, ঠিক আছে। তো এবার কিছু 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 জিনিস জানা আছে, কিছু জিনিস জানা নেই আর কি। তো আমি মেনলি ওই রক টাইপের প্লেইং করতাম, ঠিক আছে। তো এই হচ্ছে ব্যাপার আর কি। এবার আপনি যদি গাইড করেন আর কি।
সো তোমার একটা আমি জাস্ট অফ লেট একটু জিজ্ঞেস করতে আরম্ভ করেছি যে হোয়াট ইজ ইউর রিয়েল মোটিভ? You want to become a popular figure, or you want to learn music in its authentic way?
So, I want to learn music, ঠিক আছে।
Okay. I hope it stays like this. But
এরকম ব্যাপার নেই আমি পপুলার হতে চাই বা এরকম কিছু নয়।
Because what we learn might not make you very popular. That all these boys are there, and they're very, very sure of that fact, and they're still there. So, ওইটা মাথায় রেখে you take a decision. I mean, because this is your first class, so let me just make it very clear. Because what we learn is the music and not এটা করলে কি শুনবে কি শুনবে না. We don't really care for that. So এটা হচ্ছে আমাদের মোটিভ. So সেইটাই. Anyway, so তুমি এমনি স্কেলস, মেজর স্কেলস তো জানো, মেলোডিক মাইনর এগুলো জানো?
হ্যাঁ, জানা আছে কিছু কিছু।
Alright. So melodic minor, harmonic minor, diminished এগুলো জানো?
হ্যাঁ, কিছু কিছু জানা আছে।
Cool. Alright. Okay. So আমরা we'll carry on with the class. একটা টপিক নিয়ে তুমি যদি কিছু জিজ্ঞেস করতে অসুবিধা মানে তোমার জিজ্ঞেস করো any just put your hand up and I'll ask you. Okay? ঠিক আছে? In the meantime you can put your mic off and তোমার যদি প্রশ্ন থাকে হাত তুলো, আমি তোমাকে জিজ্ঞেস করলে তুমি মাইকটা অন করে দাও। Okay?
Okay, sir.
Alright. Okay. So yeah. Let me just explain Riju quickly what we discussed just now, and then we'll revisit it through the lesson that I'm trying to superimpose today. So what Riju is saying, how do I kind of expand the sonic vibe harmonically to play chords or make the soloist play that sound by playing chords behind him or her or himself. যদি নিজেও রিজু বাজায় তাহলেও ধর ওই সাউন্ড গুলো ধর এ মাইনর ডোরিয়ান যেটা মেনশন করলো, so that is the Dorian. Now Riju might want to play himself or make the soloist sound like this. That kind of outish inside kind of thing. And what I did, I borderlined B flat 13. That's the chord that you mentioned. And I play the B flat 13 একটু literally বাজাবো তাহলে শুনতে পারবি। You know, first is A minor. Next is A jo. Samboy balam D G A flat. It's quite angular also. And Riju, you know, there's a good trick to go back into the chord, into the G, not the root so much, but into the G. Okay, now what you did is you borrowed from that F melodic minor. Because B flat, like you mentioned, B flat is the 5 chord to A minor, so take a flat 5 near substitute chords. And then on a dominant 7 chord, you can play a melodic minor a fifth above, or if it's the original chord, which is E7, You can play half step up and play F melodic minor. So both cases is F melodic minor. But now that is the basic standpoint. Okay. Now guys, of course you can play the scale, blah blah blah. But if you take out, this is what the jazzers do, not only this but many things. Take out the fourth and the fifth chord of melodic of the this melodic minor jet amra baj. So F melodic minor and fourth or fifth ball key.
B flat and C both
B flat
prominent.
and C. Yeah, and keep arping them right through the fretboard over your A minor chord. So বুঝতে পারছিস মানে লিটারালি যদি বাস তাহলে B flat 7 C7 so I'm playing B flat 7 C7 B flat 7 C7 whatever shape. You can also now become musical, a little bit more musical, like actor ascending, actor descending. So now you can go. Sorry, wrong note. So your that see this is real intelligence. There is no other scale that has two dominant seventh in the chord itself. Conventionally, if you think about like some countries, some raga system, that just generally. So now these two chords describe the harmonic flavor that you're going to superimpose, which is F melodic minor essentially. So now just by arranging them side by side, it's a cool way to go to a 5 or a sub 5 chord into the A minor chord. So another thing is, Riju, the tension is the Dorian F sharp আছে না, A minor Dorian, but এখানে constantly you're playing F because F melodic minor আছে না, F, B flat আছে, Dorian আছে B. So all these outsides are the interesting ones or the risky ones, but the money notes are still the chord tones. So, A, C, E, G, F sharp because Dorian. But these two chords are real great chords to play over A minor. So yeah, no worries. No, A minor opere. Yes. So, and also there's a point, Shambhu. You're as if you're playing a 5-1, which is implied 5-1. The soloist ধর তুই solo বাজাচ্ছিস আর রিজু তোর পেছনে chord বাজাচ্ছে, he is kind of hinting those chords, or even if he's just vamping over A minor, you're thinking E7 to A minor, 5 to 1, and ওই E7 থেকে তুই expand করে এই ডিভাইসটা ইউজ করছিস, বুঝতে পারছিস? So now I'll just play as if I'm playing alone, so A minor chord. Now suddenly I'll break into B flat চলে গেল, and then I took this C7, this C. So now you can take it here somewhere, A minor, Dorian, C7 is right there. See how it took it out and went in back. And then let's take B flat 7 to them, which is the fourth chord of F melodic minor. A minor. And then back. Now play both of them. A minor. So resolution point of association, let C7 out. B flat 7, romantic in, yeah. So and the trick, guys, here you have to know all the B flats and all the C7s right under your palm. So this is B flat 7. Like এখানে C7 এইটা মানে the gospel C7 মনে আছে? So now like if you play this C7, E, G, and C, and then B flat is on the fourth string, but that's also the starting point of B flat seventh, right now. And now I'm starting on the dominant seventh of B flat seven, which is A flat, and one step higher from there is A. So yeah, I just played with Kaushik, বুঝতে পারছিস ব্যাপারটা? মানে ডিভাইসটা বুঝতে পারছিস তো?
ডিভাইসটা বুঝতে পারছি স্যার, requires a lot of practice, মানে you have to actually see it on the fretboard. I mean,
that's true.
While
that's
playing
very,
it.
very true. That we all know it's a lot of, like you said, exactly correct. A lot of practice, you have to see it. It's a lifetime work. But once you understand the concept, all you have to do, Kaushik, is sit 1 hour a day with this idea. And it will come to you. Riju অনেকদিন তোদের থেকে অনেক বছর বাজে. Riju actually has been playing a long time. When he started with me, and then we went whatever, and it's been quite a seasoned player. Chambo is quick on things, so ekটু হয়তো, but তোকে একটু 1 week একটু বিয়ে করলে আসবে, it's not a thing, but understand the concept. Neil, are you okay till now? All right. Anybody else?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Please do ask me. I can't see you though, Neil.
Sir, it's raining outside, sir.
Oh,
so there is some network problem.
Oh yeah. Okay. Anyway, Orun, Shomo, you okay? Sam, you okay?
Yes sir, okay.
Okay.
Yes sir. স্যার একটা ছোট কোয়েশ্চেন ছিল, আমি ওই কয়েকটা এক্সারসাইজ দেখছিলাম মিকি বেকারস এর, তো ওখানে জি ডিমিনিশটাকে ওরা সাবস্টিটিউট করছে বি মাইনাস সেভেন্থ আর বি ফ্ল্যাট মাইনাস সেভেন্থ, তো ওই মানে আই এম নট এবল টু আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড দ্যাট লজিক
Of G diminished.
জি ডিমিনিশকে সাবস্টিটিউট করছে বি মাইনাস সেভেন্থ আর বি ফ্ল্যাট মাইনাস সেভেন্থ।
It depends on where you're going to the next chord. মানে next chordটা কি আছে ওটা বলতে হবে।
তার আনসার আমি বলে দিচ্ছি। So next chordটা A minor আছে।
Correct, exactly. See, this is what I mean. Last time na তোদের কাছে করলাম নাকি বললাম, so if you're approaching A minor, you can always go. So then this is called chord reading. You actually ignore what is written and you attack the next destination. Sidhar, C-te, there are 3 minors, A minor, E minor, and D minor, whatever. Suppose C থেকে you're going to D minor. This is a simple example. You go just to chromatically approach your next destination. So that way, G7th has been thing. Also, there's a harmonic explanation to it. G7 diminished or G diminished is actually a F sharp 7 chord. F sharp 7 is a 5 chord of B minor, and you're starting your motion from B minor, half step down to B flat minor, and half step down to A minor. So সেটাই হচ্ছে the brain work, and you go to সেটাই বলি আমি, you have to think ahead. So these are all math, like. So usually, but it's just and Kaushik, very often we do these things just instinctively. Or to the janish nahi shob kichu, but it just sounds good and it works. But that's it, enough. You want to stretch into the next harmonic area or the jazz area, then talking to jene, then you explore. So anyway, so guys, I'll just play on A minor a little bit, and then I'll go to those devices like Riju says. Okay, just A minor. So kind of, in fact, I went into this territory where I extended B flat 7 to the ninth. So that the upper structure ball, what is the upper structure? If I play B flat 7, B flat ninth, what is the chord that we get on the upper structure? Very, very true. And what if you take the fifth note and put a chord of B flat 7? Correct? So তাহলে ওই মাইনরটা কি হয়েছে? F minor হয়ে যাচ্ছে না? Yeah. So I played an F minor over A minor, explaining B flat dominant 7th. So the same thing can be played over C7, explaining G minor and explaining C7. So a series of minor now, Riju. F minor, G minor, A minor. So that gives you A minor, A minor पर E minor बात पड़ी, F minor, out, G minor, out, into U. So now you made a ground like you're playing E minor and F minor side by side. Actually, the source of F minor is coming from the B flat dominant side. Well, there's many ways that you can approach these things. Yeah, Shambhu, you can just Actum F minor pure basic F minor pentatonic archetype. না রে পুরো মাইনর পেন্টাটনিক স্কেলটা আছে if okay now see Shambhu, this is use your experience. You always can play a blues with C flat note over A minor, so basic to bullish now. Exactly. And now you can what's the word, set it up like you play A minor, play your flat 5 and you open up the flat 5 and get into F minor because F minor has that. So you have to nervous like a boy like a key hobe, show the flat 5 first as a blues thing. See, that's a B flat. See a series of minors like that.
স্যার সৌম্য বলছি।
হ্যাঁ বল।
স্যার একটা ব্যাপার, ওই আপনি ওই যে বি ফ্ল্যাটটা বললেন ওটা তো ডমিনেন্ট সেভেন্থ একটা টাইপ কর্ড আছে না?
ঠিক।
সেখান থেকে এফ মাইনরটা রিলেট হলো কি করে, ওটা একটু একবার মানে
শিওর অফ কোর্স শ্যাম্পু এক্সপ্লেন করো আমাদের। মানে সৌম্য তার আগে গল্পটা হচ্ছে বি ফ্ল্যাট 7 থেকে তুই এক্সটেন্ড করলি বি ফ্ল্যাট 9 তে, ঠিক আছে?
আচ্ছা বি ফ্ল্যাট 9 তে।
হ্যাঁ দেন শ্যাম্পু বল।
আচ্ছা ও আচ্ছা ও মানে কর্ডের মধ্যে এফ মাইনরটা আছে, বুঝতে পেরেছি। কর্ডের মধ্যে এফ মাইনর, ঠিক
আমরা
আছে।
সৌম্য মনে আছে আমরা শিখেছিলাম আগে যে কোনো ডমিনেন্ট কর্ডের উপরে go up a fifth and you play a minor chord, the dominant becomes a ninth.
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা, হ্যাঁ
So সেইভাবে তুই দেখ, তুই on the C7 also you can get G minor like you got F minor over B flat.
আচ্ছা, বুঝতে পেরেছি।
So you're playing all this series of minor pentatonics, but you're sounding incredibly sophisticated harmonically. So A minor for A minor pentatonic, A minor for E minor pentatonic because the fifth, A minor for F minor pentatonic. You can play G minor pentatonic.
হ্যাঁ
So
হ্যাঁ
now,
হ্যাঁ,
বুঝতে পারছিস? এবারে দেখ,
মনে
yeah,
পড়েছে,
yeah.
মাথায় ছিল।
ঠিক, ঠিক। ওই জন্য বলছি না যত উপরে যাবে নিচের সঙ্গে কানেক্ট রাখ বেসিকটা।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, বুঝতে পেরেছি স্যার, বুঝতে
Yeah.
পেরেছি।
And then, see, another thing is because you're setting up Riju, F minor and G minor side by side, you can play the one in between also as a passing. So now all this chromaticism, all these. So that kind of thing, So now, এটা যদি সোলোইস্ট শুনতে পায়, ধর রিজু সোলো করছে আর স্যাম্পল যদি পেছনে এই কর্ডগুলো হঠাৎ ফোর্স করে, you will get into that and then you will start interplaying within each other in the band. Or অনেক সময় ব্যান্ড হয় যেমন সোলোইস্ট যখন পাওয়া যায় তখন solo will dictate the harmonic pathway. It works either way. Piano player কি হয়, the left hand is Riju, right hand is Shambo, or the other way around. So the left hand is suggesting the chord, right hand is doing, সেটা. So okay, now till now are we kind of good till now? Neil তোকে বারবার জিজ্ঞেস করছি because you're new. Neil, are you okay with this concept?
Yes sir, me sir.
Yeah, your name is Neil, right? Neil.
Yes sir, Neil.
Okay, yeah. কিছু না বুঝতে পারলে এই পয়েন্টটা জিজ্ঞেস করো and then we can go ahead.
স্যার একটু নেটওয়ার্ক প্রবলেম আছে, বাট না আমি কিছুটা বুঝতে পেরেছি। লাইক এ মাইনরের উপরে প্লে হচ্ছে জিনিসটা, ঠিক আছে, এ মাইনর পেন্টাটনিক, অ্যান্ড আমরা এটার মধ্যে ইউজ করছি ই মাইনর, ইউজ করছি পেন্টাটনিক, অ্যান্ড সামটাইমস এফ মাইনর অ্যান্ড জি মাইনর।
Correct. And those are coming out of basically F melodic minor. ওই তোর basically কি হচ্ছে, ধর A minor উপর, let me just put the whole thing in perspective. When the band is playing just A minor chord, you can always play or think at least from E7 into A minor. You're as if playing E7 chord in your mind. You play some E7 chord and then A minor. So 5-1. Got this one, no? So 5-1 cadence. But over E7, you can play F melodic minor to get more interesting notes. And ওই F melodic minor scale এর মধ্যে 4 আর 5 হচ্ছে B flat 7 and C7. ওটাকে আবার এক্সটেন্ড করে যদি 9th বাজাস তাহলে you can get the F minor and G minor pentatonic. That's the explanation.
Okay, sir.
Okay, now let's do kind of similar, but let's now take these three basic chords. Minor chord, a plain minor chord, or A minor bajo, major 7 chord and a dominant 7 chord, and superimpose one chord that we are little bit weak on, which is a minor 7 flat 5 chord. And we'll superimpose those chords and see how open we can get with harmony. Basically we're talking about the same thing like Riju asked, and finally I also had that in mind. So if the band is playing say A minor, instead of just playing A minor Dorian or A minor pentatonic, you think of a chord. Start with a simple chord and then we'll move it. So over A minor, you can obviously play A minor 7th arpeggio, A minor pentatonic, Dorian, G scale to Dorian. But you can also think of, even if the band is not playing, you can also think of an A minor 7 flat 5. or C minor over A bass. This is the idea. Okay. Now, Eta explains, okay, now that might explain, okay, we can always play blues, so flat 5 is coming, so you can play. But, see, this will make you see other things also. So, over A minor, you can play A minor 7 flat 5 chord. Superimpose button. You just watch A minor 7 funky kind of groove, you know. Rambo Balo as a piano player, and then the soloist, maybe Kaushik hears that and goes, you know, that kind of call and response kind of thing, interacting. Everybody that. It is simple. It is everybody okay. Sam, you okay, baby? Okay. Hopefully, Sam will be okay also. Right? So now check this out, guys. The moment you open this E flat note, thinking it's an A minor 7 flat 5, now check out the guitar as an instrument. I'm playing A minor pentatonic backwards. A minor pentatonic backwards from C. So C, physically, physical. C, A, G, E. Now we have E flat. So instead of stopping here, I can go up to there. So now you go. Now, the upper half is C minor. That pinkita ki baat is C minor. Okay? Now that's C minor with an A bass. What is that called? A minor 7 flat 5. And A minor 7 flat 5 is the 6th chord of which melodic minor, guys?
C minor.
There you go. So C melodic minor comes in front of you to be able to use. So now that given. This works even more, not more, well, also with Aeolian, but Dorian outside note thake, so it sounds a little bit more dissonant, but Aeolian also works. So check out this idea, guys. So A minor, you think of it as A minor 7 flat 5, include the flat 5 note, which is the E flat. So now you can get A minor theke C nili, A minor 7 theke G nili, and flat 5 theke E flat nili. So those 3 notes will give you C minor triad. Now the original chord is A minor, so A, yeah, Riju, tell me. Yes.
So just one thing I didn't understand is that you said Dorian and Aeolian kora jay. So Dorian, you mean the main chord?
The main chord, the master chord, yeah. Or A. Yes. ধর একটা সিচুয়েশনে তুই এওলিয়ান ইউজ করছিস এ মাইনর কর্ডের উপরে, তখন এটা করতে পারিস, আর ডোরিয়ান থাকলেও করতে পারিস। Dorian, absolutely, yes. See, basically, তোর basic structure হচ্ছে A minor. See, একটা functional harmonic European music একটা মনে রাখবি, guys. There's something called functional harmony. What does that mean? When the chords move, they attract each other in a certain harmonic way. যেমন একটা example, simple ব্যাপার, D minor, E minor বালে একটা educated musical student বলবে the tonality is C, because they are attracted to each other in a certain distance and sitting on the third and the second and the third degree. But if the chord is not moving, it is not attracting anything. It is depending on the soloist to do whatever it is on that situation. It is the philosophical difference. That's why Miles wanted to play over one chord, and this one chord vamp became so popular in the 60s, 70s, not 60s so much, 70s, 80s, whatever, fusion music. And changes watch. I like kind of both, you know, a little অনেকগুলো একটা chord বানানো তো হঠাৎ massive changes, you know. I like to also play over change. So এরকম আর কি, you know. So now when you're playing A minor, তোর কাছে open যদি A minor 7 থাকে, it's up to your soloing capacity to make it Dorian, Aeolian, whatever. So এটা যদি আমরা Dorian বাজাই, তখনও তুই এটা করতে পারিস. So flat 5, that means technically you're mixing Dorian and the blues. So you're taking the flat 5 from that. So you're taking the C minor on top, and then the original chord is A, exactly, you know. So A bass with C minor on top is A minor 7 flat 5. And then you suddenly shift your thinking into another scale. We figure out where all I can find A minor 7 flat 5. So it's a 6th degree of C melodic minor. So now you play 6th degree of C melodic minor or the melodic minor itself, C melodic over A minor. So now I'll just shift a little bit, see it will sound a little bit out and then come back. Mane, খুব drastically out হবে না Kaushik, but kind of, hip way, like, so A minor pentatonic. Okay. Now, Riju, the moment you arrive at C melodic minor, there's a B augmented chord sitting right inside C melodic minor. B augmented, মানে তোর B, G আর E flat note. কৌশিক এটা তুই C melodic minorটা লেখ, নোটস গুলো লেখ, দেখবি B augmented chord আছে ওর মধ্যে, B আছে, G আছে, E flat আছে. Yeah? And then you play that augmented chord in your solo, not in this order. Any order in notes. Then see, now you're shifting your gear into augmented chord. Now you're constantly, your brain is working. Where can I find another augmented chord? Where can I find another augmented chord? So now this itself is 3 augmented chords, right? Because augmented chord, the root is 3. So B, G, E flat, G, E flat, B, or E flat. So Kaushik or Neil or anyone, augmented chord যখন বাজাবি, all 3 notes that you're playing in the augmented chord are roots. So এখানে আমি B augmented chord বাজাচ্ছি, B augmented chord এর মধ্যে B আছে, G আছে, E flat আছে. So you can play B augmented chord, G augmented chord, and E flat. ঠিক আছে? Now guys, এটা মাথায় রাখ একটু, just put it in your compartment and think about, keep it in your mind. Now I was looking for an augmented chord somewhere else. No. Dorian বাজাচ্ছি আমরা. Basically Dorian, my master scale is Dorian. What is the closest scale to Dorian if you alter only one note? Beautiful. A melodic minor. A melodic minor, C melodic minor, B augmented ছিল. তাহলে A melodic minor কি থাকবে? A flat, C কিংবা E, yeah? But, yeah, exactly. So, on Riju, okay with this, no? We got it, no, Riju? Yeah. So, A Dorian, সঙ্গে A melodic minor. So, you shifting the G note of A Dorian into G sharp. So, that tension note. That জায়গায়. Now, you're drawing out this A augmented chord. Now, guys, A augmented chord is also E augmented chord, is also C augmented chord, correct? And we had B augmented chord before. So B augmented chord, C augmented chord. And the same, this pair কিন্তু এখানেও হবে, এখানেও হবে, কেন বলতো 3টে লোকেশনে হয় তো ওটা.
I missed that part where you talked about A augmented. I got till the G sharp thing.
Acha, okay.
So basically
A augmented na babu, A flat augmented chord.
A flat augmented. Okay, A flat. Got it. Yeah.
G melodic minor A flat augmented chord আছে.
I was thinking that only. Then I thought somehow we got another augmented. So
Yeah. All, let's see, technically G sharp augmented chord আছে. So G sharp augmented chord is same as C augmented chord or E augmented chord. And earlier we had B augmented chord. So these two sit together. So this pair can be moved like that. So now, yeah, I put. Okay, প্রথমে তুই C melodic minor enter করলি. So now you open up the B augmented page আর কি. and then when you go to A augmented, augmented টাকে নিয়ে তুই G sharp augmented বাজিয়ে দিবি. So now you opened up A melodic minor by not playing notes but by suggesting that chord. And then ওই দুটো পেয়ার নিয়ে শিফট করতে করতে গেলি ওপরে যাবে. বুঝতে পারছিস কি করে? It's like passing the baton, মানে you know, but did you have to act a circle tourist তোকে বেটনটা পাস করো, তুই কৌশিককে দিলি, কৌশিক সাইমকে দিল, you know, it's like that.
So it's basically like I was thinking কি একটা অগমেন্টার হলো অল্টার থেকে, একটা হলো ওই থার্ড কর্ডটা থেকে যেটা মেজর 7 শার্প 5,
Correct.
আর একটা ইজ লাইক এটা.
Yes. Now I play this over this A minor vamp that I recorded. Let's see. This is Dorian, A Dorian. Yeah. Now, notice the basic ideas. It try and understand, guys. Basic key হচ্ছে that আমি যে augmented chordটা বাজাচ্ছি তার half step উপরে গিয়ে melodic minor বাজাতে পারছি. So if I play G sharp augmented, I'm playing A melodic minor, correct? And then I got B augmented, I'm playing C melodic minor. But if I'm taking if B augmented, a B augmented chord allows me to play C, then my E flat augmented, which is the same chord, should allow me to play a E. So every note will have a whole melodic minor next door. Yeah. So that's why I wrote this song called Corridors on this amino acid, because of based on the same idea. So if I play a C augmented here, যেটা আমি ওই কোথা বললাম ওই A melodic minor এর উপরে যেটা একটা G sharp melodic minor augmented বাজছিলাম, সেটা is the same as the C augmented chord, guys. So if I play C augmented here, next door is F melodic minor. And F melodic minor, anyway, we are playing earlier to describe E7th, like a 5-1. So, is going to key how much of an open I did just because you wanted to see a minor and flat 5 chord over A minor. So now the whole, yeah. Absolutely. Any of them.
I think opening that first augmented chord is the trick. Once it opens up,
correct,
then it lines.
Correct. Even now, guys, please do ask me, because I think these two guys are responding, so I'm assuming that the rest are understanding.
Yes, sir, understanding.
Okay. So, remember I used the term called clubbing the scales together. মানে তোর যেখানে ন্যাচারাল যে মাইনর কর্ডের ন্যাচারাল 6 নোট থাকবে সেইগুলোকে ক্লাব করবি একসঙ্গে, যেমন A Dorian আর A melodic minor, and A Aeolian versus A harmonic minor, not versus, মানে clubbing আর কি together. So flat 6 is one club and তোমার natural 6 is one club. So you can bounce back and forth between any of these chords, even if the chord is a minor 7 chord, যেখানে তোর flat 7 আছে, ওখানেও তুই harmonic minor বাজাতে পারিস with the natural 7th or other way around. So কৌশিক বুঝতে পারলি নাকি আরেকবার বলবো? কৌশিক বুঝতে পারলি?
স্যার লিখে নিয়েছি স্যার, এটা বসে বুঝতে হবে স্যার।
Okay, okay. Let me just explain to you once more. See, ধর একটা স্কেল আছে A ডোরিয়ান, যেখানে A B C D E F sharp G A আছে, সেখানে F sharp আছে, which is the natural sixth. So আরেকটা মাইনর স্কেল যেটা আমরা বানাতে পারি মেলোডিক মাইনর, সেখানেও সব নোট একই, ওখানেও ন্যাচারাল সিক্স আছে, খালি সেভেন্থ অফ ন্যাচারাল সেভেন হয়ে যায়। So because of the sixth, natural six being common to these two scales, and the notes are almost same except for one, we club them together. So এটার জায়গা আমরা ওটা ইউজ করতে পারি, আর এটার জায়গা মানে you can flip them over basically.
Got it, sir.
And harmonic minor are Aeolian or একই feature but flat six, ওটা F not হয়ে যায়। So that's how you kind of enhance your thing. So now this augmented idea can really open up another one. See, I didn't plan to describe, but may as well give you that also.
Whole tone.
Whole tone can be superimposed with all wrong notes possible, which is the best thing in the world. See, I play a whole note. See. Now. You hear that? And if I একটু বাড়াবাড়ি করি, আর একটু বাড়াবাড়ি, see, so now you have to, that's why I love that title called Thieves and Poets, how you steal scales and steal ideas from the next scale. And now in this case, stealing is a good thing, it seems, so now check it out, guys. Dorian, এটা একটু physically দেখ বাবা আমার গিটারটা। See, I'm playing A Dorian, but watch out from the minor third note, which is C, to the sixth natural note, all whole steps. So all you need is one more note to make it two more notes to make it a complete whole tone scale. So now that a wrong note asbe, but it sounds so beautiful. And takes you in, the last note takes you into the minor note, tomar A minor chord, which is a C note. So that Dorian eta, whole tone. So now I can really spice it up. So this is what just the tip of the iceberg, guys. There are millions of information like this, and this I learned from a guy called Jerry Borganzi. No, that's George Garzon. This is Borganzi, yes. Saxophone player, incredible player. So এটা একটা ব্যাপার. Okay, now we are sticking to this A minor 7 flat 5. So on the basic idea যেটা ছিল আমাদের, we were playing A minor 7 chord, and then A minor 7th I was playing A minor 7 flat 5, and then got C melodic out of it, right? But A minor 7th flat 5 এর জায়গায় if you play F sharp minor 7 flat 5, what is that chord? It's A minor 6th. inversed. No, Riju, Kaushik, the notes will be A, C, E, and F sharp. So F sharp at dig F sharp minus L flat 5. So now it's an A minus L is F sharp minus L flat 5. So now the melodic chapter opens up again. So যদি F sharp টা যদি কারো 6 degree হয় তাহলে কিসের 6 degree হবে?
A.
A, so you can play A melodic minor. So this kind of openness of harmonic stretching. Yeah, Riju, ball.
Sir, I saw a raised hand of Neil. Just thought I'll let you.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Neil, ball.
Google Meet করা যায় like.
Acha, okay. Yeah, Neil, tell me.
ওকে স্যার, অ্যাকচুয়ালি যখন আমরা এ মাইনর জোরিয়ানটা ইউজ করছি, ঠিক আছে, তখন আপনি সি হোল টোন স্কেলটা ইউজ করছেন,
রাইট?
তাই তো? আচ্ছা স্যার, আরেকটা কোশ্চেন আছে, একটু নেটওয়ার্ক প্রবলেম ছিল, সেই জন্য আমি ওই অগমেন্টেড কর্ডের কনসেপ্টটা বুঝতে পারিনি, জাস্ট কাইন্ডলি যদি বলে দেন।
Okay. Now, augmented chord spelling, Janis. Do you know the spelling of augmented chords?
AUGMENTED.
No, I mean the chord tones.
কর্ড টোনস, ওকে,
Yeah.
এক মিনিট, ঠিক আছে, এটা হচ্ছে অ্যাকচুয়ালি
One.
থার্ড অ্যান্ড হচ্ছে আপনার 1 2 3 4 5 6 ফ্ল্যাটেড 6,
Or flat 6 is correct, but let's call it sharp 5.
শার্প 5.
Yeah, augmented chord is always sharp 5. So 1, 3, sharp 5. ঠিক আছে?
Yeah.
So if you play B augmented, what should you get? What should you play? What note should
ঠিক
you
আছে
play?
স্যার, জি যাচ্ছে, বি যাচ্ছে, অ্যান্ড হচ্ছে ডি শার্প।
Beautiful, fantastic. Okay, now each one of these are roots. That means if you play B augmented and G augmented and E flat augmented, the notes will be the same.
ওকে, তিনটে কর্ডই তো, হ্যাঁ অ্যাকচুয়ালি তিনটে কর্ডই তো অগমেন্টেড।
Correct. And তিনটে augmented করে তিনটে নোটই root হয়ে যায়.
Root note.
Yeah. So now if you notice, an augmented chord also comes from a melodic minor and harmonic minor. আমরা harmonic minor এখন কথা বলছি না, we are talking about melodic minor.
Yes.
Augmented chords is situated on the 7th degree of a melodic minor.
ওকে স্যার।
So in other words, তুই ধর A minor melodic minor ভাবছিস, তাহলে G sharp নোটের উপর augmented chord বাজাতে পারিস।
ওকে স্যার, জি শার্প অগমেন্টেড।
G sharp augmented over an A melodic minor chord. Seventh
Over A
note,
melodic
no?
minor.
Yeah. So G sharp is the 7th note of A melodic minor. So G sharp augmented by the bass. But if you play G sharp augmented chord, it is also an E augmented chord. That
Yes.
means the E ta card 7th note,
এটা হচ্ছে
F at 7th note.
এটা এ মাইনরের 6th নোট, অ্যান্ড হচ্ছে আপনার এর 6th নোট হচ্ছে,
No, third G sharp note.
ও জি শার্প নোটটা,
G sharp note, A 7th note.
ফ্ল্যাট জি শার্প নোটটা, জি শার্প নোটটা আপনার এটা ইয়ে মেজর 7 নোট অ্যাকচুয়ালি,
Major 7th note or the 7th note, natural
Yeah.
7th note. So on that you can play an A melodic minor. So A melodic minor is 7th note taki G sharp. So when
Yeah.
you play the A melodic minor scale on the G sharp note, on the 7th note, you can play an augmented chord.
yes, that is
So-
জি শার্প অগমেন্টেড।
G sharp augmented chord, exactly correct.
ওকে স্যার,
But G sharp augmented chord is also an E augmented chord, isn't it?
হ্যাঁ, অ্যান্ড সি অগমেন্টেড কর্ড অলসো।
Absolutely. So তুই যদি G sharp থেকে A melodic minor বাজাতে পারিস, তাহলে E থেকে F melodic minor বাজাতে পারবি।
হ্যাঁ,
So like that, F melodic minor.
ই থেকে এফ মেলোডিক মাইনর।
তুই G sharp থেকে হাফ স্টেপ উপরে গিয়ে melodic minor বাজাচ্ছিস তো A melodic minor.
ও এক্স্যাক্টলি, হ্যাঁ স্যার, গট ইট স্যার, হ্যাঁ স্যার, হাফ স্টেপ উপরে বাজাচ্ছি, দ্যাট মিন্স
Exactly.
হাফ স্টেপ উপরে বাজাবো।
Exactly.
ওটা
So
স্যার,
this is how we are opening up, and then আরেকটু যারা আমার পুরনো স্টুডেন্ট তারা জানে melodic minor যে ভেতরে diatonic chords গুলো আছে সেগুলো ইউজ করে you can describe the melodic minor sound also. Today we did 4 and 5.
ওকে
And now we are doing the minor self like that. So সেইভাবেই আমরা করছি. So yeah, Rishabh, go ahead. That's correct. Yes, that's correct. Now, yeah, ball. Yeah. Yes. Yes. No, but usually the E whole tone is a safer bet because it'll describe the A minor tonality a little bit more. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. Yeah, yeah. Okay, now this is a minor situation. Okay, now if you have a major seven chord, এত অব্দি বোঝা গেছে মোটামুটি everybody is okay. Arun, Shomo,
Yes, sir.
okay, all right. Sam, I believe you're okay also.
হ্যাঁ স্যার, হ্যাঁ স্যার।
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay, baby. So now let's change the chord into a major seven chord, A major seven chord. Now, very often we play A major seven like this. Now, it's also cool to think of this A major seven as an E flat major minor seven flat five chord. Your relationship to ball, Shambhu?
Sir, E7 flatted.
E flat minor seven chord, minor seven flat five chord superimposed over A major seven. G flat হবে না বাবু, G flat হবে না রে। হ্যাঁ, G flat হবে, correct, absolutely, sorry, yeah, correct. So think of it is the same thing. That's correct. So it's an A major 13 sharp 11 chord. So therefore, again, I thought the boja gache to your Neil, okay, your third, suppose someone's playing an A major 7 chord,
Yes, sir.
and you're thinking as you're soloing or even you're playing rhythm guitar, you're thinking E flat minor 7 flat 5.
E flat minus 7 flat 5.
Yeah, মানে D sharp minor 7 flat 5.
হ্যাঁ।
মানে নোটস গুলো যেমন শ্যাম্বু বললো E flat
হ্যাঁ 7 flatted fifth. হ্যাঁ
Yeah,
7
that's
flatted fifth এটা। হ্যাঁ
minor 7 flat 5.
হ্যাঁ minus 7 flat 5.
Yes, E flat, F sharp, A, and C sharp. Now, this has already become a Lydian sounding chord because of the flat five. Now, that's the major seven territory. So you can play on A Lydian mane E major scale, right? Na? Beautiful sounds, especially stopping on the sixth. Now, guys, E flat minor 7 flat 5 is also the sixth chord of which melodic minor? There you go. So now G flat melodic minor opens up. And therefore all the augmented, all the minor pentatonic, all the 4 and 5 dominant will all open up. Sorry, so now এবার কি Tim Miller বলে the guitar player শুনেছিস কিছু? Tim Miller. He's an incredible guy. I mean, he major seventh violin or eight বাজায়, which is the scale will be, the mode will be Lydian augmented scale. So if you have an A major 7 chord, let me just record A major 7 chord. I'm playing the guide tones because we are messing with the fifth. So now I'm playing this. This is E flat minor and a minor 7 flat 5 arpeggio. Now I'm playing F melodic minor, F sharp melodic minor. So what augmented will I get, guys? If I'm playing F sharp melodic minor, what augmented shall I get?
You can get, sir, F and the 3 corresponding
That's
to
correct. So now I go. See? Such a.
Sir,
Yeah.
so you asked something about F sharp melodic minor. The voice kind of snapped. Could you repeat once?
Yeah, sure. So basically, over if someone's playing an A major seven, like a major seven chord, A major seven in this case, you superimpose an E flat minor seven flat five. So technically, it's the go to the flat five of the major seven chord and put a minor seven flat five chord over it. ঠিক আছে? And then you look at that superimposed chord as the sixth note, sixth chord of a melodic minor, and then we get a G flat melodic minor or an F sharp melodic minor.
Okay.
Yeah,
So just one question.
yeah.
So when you had this E flat minor 7 flat 5, you picked the G flat instead of the, let's say, E. Any reason for that?
That kind of describes. Okay, okay. Uh, it kind of covers most of the Lydian tonality. It's a great question, though. Yeah. You can play E melodic minor also. See that E melodic minor bale ki hobe G note ta chole asbe. G ta is a dominant note for A. So ওটাও একটু সেভ করতে মানে একটু
Right,
মাথায় রাখতে হবে।
trade clash with
Yeah.
with the third and the seventh, you don't want to clash.
Right. I mean, sometimes you can do if you're playing chromatic stuff and all, but this is the big uh, scale.
I was thinking like A major 13 sharp 11 SC, so straight away it goes in my mind the E melodic minors.
Beautiful. But if only one note can be shifted, major seven থেকে যদি dominant হয়, তাহলে তুই ওটা E melodic minor করে দিতে পারতিস।
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
সেটাই। So this, yeah. Oh yes, of course. Ab- absolutely. ওই জন্য বলছি না jazzers, if they could, they would change every chord to a dominant chord.
আচ্ছা স্যার সৌম্য বলছি।
হ্যাঁ বল।
স্যার বলছি আপনি যে ওই ই ফ্ল্যাট মাইনাস 7 ফ্ল্যাট 5 যেটা বাজাচ্ছেন ওই কর্ডটা,
Right.
ওটা থেকে যদি ই ফ্ল্যাটটাকে শিফট করে যদি ডি তে করে দেওয়া যায় তাহলে তো ডি মেজর 7th এটা হয়ে যায়।
Yes, absolutely. Shape wise তাই হয়।
শেপ ওয়াইজ আমি ওটা দেখলাম, তাহলে তো ডি মেজর 7th হয়ে গেলে ওখানেও তো কিছু আর কি ভাবা যায়।
কিন্তু প্রবলেম কি হচ্ছে এখানে সময়, ইটস আ গুড অবজারভেশন, বাট D major 7 is the fourth chord of A, তাই না? So there'll be a shift of there'll be a clash in the key, মানে কানে শুনতে
খুব বাজে কানে লাগবে আর কি।
So এখানে আমাদের পয়েন্ট হচ্ছে you want to play outside that so called scale but yet not sound wrong, and it's exploring, like you're breaking the rules by really learning them really hard as well. So so you basically like A major 7th Lydian. What are those things? Just guys, guess what are those chords are? Ta dee dee ta dee dee ta dee dee. Huh?
Both them.
There you go. B and C sharp. Yeah. So A major 7 chord. Now I've got what this is my own concept. Polish na kauke mane. This is my own thing. What I call a double Lydian, meaning I take the Lydian one more step. So A উপরে E Lydian বাজিয়ে দেবো, A Lydian উপরে E Lydian. So I get the flat 9 into the A. but that sounds a little Indian, which I like. So A Lydian over, yeah. এটা তোর A Lydian বাজে সম্ভব। এটার উপরে তুই অ্যাকচুয়ালি ই স্কেল তো মানে আয়োনিয়ান, বাট ওটাকেও আমি লিডিয়ান ভাবি, মানে দুটো লিডিয়ান ব্যাক টু ব্যাক অন টপ অফ ইচ আদার। So it sounds a little Indianish. It's very non-Western.
Sir, I have a question, sir.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yeah.
Neil speaking.
Yeah, tell me, Neil. Yeah.
A লিডিয়ান থেকে আপনি ই লিডিয়ানে ট্রানজিট করছেন।
But I don't bother about this one. This is we won't talk about this anymore. I mean, this is just another thing, but it's not used in the conventional way. So don't bother about that. I'm basically playing over A. I'm playing an A Lydian. That's it. Full stop.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So that's the idea basically. So and then you open up these other skills. That's the idea. So A major 7. Now এবার আরেকটা ব্যাপার আছে, তুই যখন এইসব করিস না, মানে তুই ধর A major 7, তুই A minor F sharp melodic minor বাজিস, then the rhythm guitar player or the piano player should only play guide tones, because you know what happens, you're messing with the 5 then. তুই যখন G flat melodic minor বাজিস তখন 5 টাকে flat 5 করছিস and sharp 5 করছিস, so he can't play the 5 natural 5. So you know, so this is the idea. That's the sound. Little augmented sound. Then again augmented. C sharp minor pentatonic. C sharp minor pentatonic E আছে, and G flat melodic minor F আছে, so you kind of, you know, so that's the complexion of this case. So you just open up one chord and boom, it opens, you know. So when I discovered this about 20 years into my guitar playing, I mean, কেউ তো বলে দেন নিজেকে বার করতে হয়েছে, and তারপরে I was so happy, but at the same time I was abusing the world. Why the fuck did you tell me, you know, all this? You know, but I was very happy. But then I couldn't handle this information. মানে যেটাই দেখছি সেটাই করা যায়. But kora jai is one thing, but to present it musically is another thing. No, that, yeah. So that kind of thing. Now you can start this idea very simply over A major 7th or A with the guide tones, major 7th type. You can simply put a C sharp triad and see how it sounds like. Okay. Now there's another trick that I use is that this is again let the chord be A major 7, ঠিক আছে, মানে with the guide tones, Riju bass বা আছে, A বা আছে, Shambo ধর G sharp আর C sharp বা আছে, ঠিক আছে. Now Sam is maybe soloing, and she wants to get this sound. You know what? Tell me, guys, what is the notes of A flat minor chord? What are the notes of A flat minor chord? Sorry. ঠিক আছে, if G sharp টা major seventh হয়ে গেল compared to A, B টা ninth, and E flat is describing the flat 5 chord note of A. So that's the 6th degree of G melodic minor, G flat melodic minor. And then what is if A flat minor was the 2, what is my 5? C sharp. The A flat minor and D flat, the D flat এর notes গুলো কি আছে? C sharp, F and G sharp. Yeah, A flat, whatever. So C sharp is a third of A, which is the basic chord. F is a sharp 5. So now the previous chord is the flat 5, this one is the sharp 5. So now what is it describing? F sharp melodic minor. So superimposing a 2-5 a half step down describes the melodic minor of G flat. So যখন বাজছিস না, এই যে navigational tools গুলো আছে, that gives you that enormous speed of thinking, and people think, where is it all coming from? এই ছোট ছোট devices of thoughts, like বুঝতে পারছিস দেখ শ্যামু, বুঝতে পারলি ব্যাপারটা? Yeah, exactly. Just you can, yeah, of course. Hmm. Of course. কিন্তু এইটা খালি exactly same thing what you explained, but এই 2-5 টা দিলে না, you get that A flat, you can get the E flat sound, and then C sharp you can get the F sound, which is the Lydian augmented sound, the 5 altered both ways. So now that A flat minor and C sharp, which is G flat melodic minor. So I played it. Another fun thing that, see, this is that smoothness.
There's a change that happened, like and then it changed to.
That's correct. So if I take a C sharp triad, guys, the notes will be C sharp, F and G sharp, right? So in comparison to A, C sharp is the third of A, F will be the sharp 5, and G sharp will be the major 7th. Okay? Then just push the G sharp up half step, it's an F augmented. So now I can get a, those 3 augmenteds open up now. F augmented, C sharp augmented, and A augmented. So now I can go pa-dee-doo, pa-dee-doo, pa-dee-doo. So always look for these things. So major 7, this is one of the ideas that you can do. Lydian augment is a great skill, very beautiful skill. Basically, the third mode of melodic minor. Major 7 দেখলেই না, মানে চেষ্টা করিস এই Lydian augment এটা বাজাতে, মানে it's a new sound, very modern and very soulful sound. It's got this little, you know. Now, মজা দেখ, A triad, F, I'm playing F sharp melodic minor, no? So F sharp melodic minor, তোরা যেটা বললি যে 2 and 4 and 5 will be B and C sharp. So now I can line it up: A triad, B triad, C sharp triad. So this gives you that fluency of, through the scales, playing difficult scales, but you're working out easy devices. Play one long line, ascending line with two of these chords built into it. So B and C sharp, for example. And it sounds only the notes of these two chords. Then of course you can play chromatically, that kind of thing. Very chromatic. So it's like beautiful, like C sharp 7 jeta baches, jeta fifth chord of F sharp melodic minor. Dominant 7 note of the C sharp is a B. It's beautiful, ninth of A. You know what I mean? And C sharp 7 is the ninth chord. This. So what is the note you're getting? D sharp. D sharp is the Lydian sound of A. So all that, like C sharp now. So that is that. You play an F after that. That's sharp 5 of A.
So how to play F sharp 5?
Sorry?
F sharp 5, you said how to play that?
F sharp, hold. I'm just plucking out the F note and the E flat note to over A major 7 to show the sharp 5 and the flat 5.
Okay.
So C sharp to D sharp and then D sharp to F. And see, there's a whole reach of stretch of whole tones. And then you go minor third and play another set of whole tones. Amazon would have been better, no, than this. Really. This is a jungle. I'm bullshit. Eta mane Amazon thekeo boro jungle eta. The fretboard. It's really. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Basically, to locate the note tower, same context. When we are playing Lydian augmented, we play F theke D flat, E flat or D sharp, which is whole step. Then another whole step, another whole step, another whole step, and then minor half step, which is a minor 2 or niche gire. And whole step and half step from there. All these little tricks of the trade, like really, really cool. Yeah. And next time we will do the harmonic minor bit also. So it's like kind of minorizing the whole thing. Every time you're putting a minor chord with a flat 5 on any chord that you see, and then you're taking out those scales and harmony, and that scale will have those 7 chords to play from arpeggio wise. So quickly before we go, quickly this will be easy. Dominant 7 chord. I'm gonna call a minor term, then major 7, and this is a dominant 7 chord. Dominant 7 chord also you can go to a flat 5 and play a minor 7 flat 5 chord. So তখন ওটা 13 মানে একই জিনিস খালি মেজর 7 টা ডমিনেন্ট হয়ে গেল, 13 flat 5 হয়ে গেল or sharp 11. But here, because it's a dominant chord, you can put a lot of minor 7 flat 5 chords. Like for example, over A7 you can play a kind of a B. I would play a C minor 7 flat 5 also. C minor 7 flat 5. C sharp minor 7 flat 5. E flat minor 7 flat 5. that kind of thing. Uh, F minor 7 flat 5 as a passing is fine. F sharp minor pentatonic flat 5. F sharp minor pentatonic also. F sharp minor 7 flat 5. You know, this range you can play. So now technically C minor 7 flat 5, C sharp minor 7 flat 5, E flat minor 7 flat 5, then F sharp minor 7 flat 5, and G minor 7 flat 5. You want to write it down? And I'll explain exactly where it's coming from. Quickly.
স্যার আরেকবার একটু বলবেন, জাস্ট কর্ডগুলো একটু আরেকবার।
Sure. The band is playing A dominant 7. ঠিক আছে? A7 তার। ঠিক আছে? Normal A7. Now you can superimpose these chords over A7. First is B, B for Bombay, minor 7 flat 5 chord. Then C minor 7 flat 5 chord. Then C sharp minor 7 flat 5 chord.
Yes, sir.
Then E flat minor 7 flat 5 chord. Then F sharp minor 7 flat 5 chord. And then you can play G minor 7 flat 5 chord.
Okay, sir. Okay,
so ঠিক আছে, so now these are all ideas that harmonic sophistication এর জন্য. But আরেকটা point কর, আমি where am I drawing these sounds from? First is B minor 7 flat 5. It's a D melodic minor, yes, absolutely. So B minor 7 flat 5 chordটা হচ্ছে D melodic minor scale থেকে, যেটা can be played over A7. Why? Because of the sharp 5 sound. Very good sample. Then C minor 7 flat 5 chord is coming from, guys, tell me, over A7 to C minor 7 flat 5 bars. So move on. What are the notes? We have C, F sharp, B flat, and E flat. So let me just give you a harmonic description and you'll get it, guys. C is the sharp 9. Absolutely, bang on. So A half whole diminished scale যদি বাজ A7 এর মধ্যে, ওর মধ্যে C minor 7 flat 5 chord আছে. Then C sharp minor 7 flat 5, this will give you straight A mixolydian sound. That is perfect ninth and all that. Then E flat minor 7 flat 5 again is E melodic minor or A half whole diminished. Then F sharp minor 7 flat 5. এটাও A half whole diminished থেকে আসতে পারে. I use G melodic minor, so that's why I've included. G melodic minor is very rare, but you can play. It is coming from G melodic minor. And the last one is G minor 7 flat 5, which is coming from B flat melodic minor, B flat, Bombay flat melodic. So I'll just play once for the complexion. Just let me record A7th and then do it. First is B melodic minor or B minor 7 flat 5. Next one is C minor 7 flat 5. From A half hold. Then C sharp. E flat. F sharp minor. Then G minor and flat 5. Altered sounds. Now each one's got a degree of out and in. So এবার তুই টেস্টফুলি করবি যে কোনটা এতটা আউট যাবো না এতটা আউট যাবো, but they are all minor 7 flat 5 chord situated in so and so harmonic places. So basically one sec একজন কেউ এসছে করে You know, what would be cool is record one at a time, like one chord vamp on your computer or a looper, and just try and memorize the sonic vibe of each of these scales, how it sounds like. And few of them will be sounding completely out because they were tension scales anyway. So, you know, আর চেষ্টা কর বারবার ইন অনেকটা ইন একটু আউট আবার অনেকটা ইন এরকম করে বাড়াও।
Sir, I have a question, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Sir, suppose A7 কেউ প্লে করছে, মানে ব্যান্ড প্লে করছে A7 তে, যেটা আপনি বলতে যাচ্ছেন, তারপর ওটার মধ্যে আমরা কি করছি, আমরা আরপিজিওস করছি B-7 flatted fifth.
That's correct.
And then C-7 flatted fifth, and then C-sharp minor 7, F-sharp minor 7, and G-7 flatted fifth.
Correct.
আর হচ্ছে E flat minor 7 এখানে আছে।
Correct.
যাই হোক, বাট এবার এটা আমরা আরপিজিওস প্লে করছি এন্ড এটার বেসিসে যে স্কেল গুলো প্লে করছি সেগুলো কাইন্ডলি একটু যদি বলে দেন খুব সুবিধা হয়।
Okay, the first scale B-7 flat 5.
Yeah.
তুই যদি A7 এটা বুঝে নে নীল, যদি dominant 7 chordটা ধর ব্যান্ড বাজে A7 chord, ঠিক আছে? And you're playing an arpeggio as a soloist, you're playing a B-7 flat 5 arpeggio. It is implying a D melodic minor scale sound. D for Delhi.
Okay.
Then C-7 flat 5 বালে A half whole diminished scale imply করবে।
If okay, sir.
Then C sharp বালে C-7 flat 5 বালে A mixolydian describe করবে or imply করবে or sound আসবে A mixolydian,
A mixolydian, okay, sir.
which is D major scale. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then I said E flat melodic minor 9 minus 7 flat 5, right?
Yeah.
That will give you an E melodic minor sound.
Okay, sir.
Then I think I said F sharp. What did I say? F sharp. F
F
sharp
sharp
will
minus
give you F sharp minus 7 flat 5 will give you a G melodic minor sound or a half whole diminished sound.
A half whole diminished.
A half whole.
Like previous, sir. If
Like previous.
like C minor 7.
Correct.
Maybe
Like
C sharp minor. C minor 7.
C minus.
Okay, sir. And in case of G minor 7 flatted fifth,
G minus 7 flat 5 you can play B flat, B for Bombay, flat melodic minor scale sound.
okay, sir.
এগুলো সব ভাইবস এবারে কিন্তু ফট করে বাজি দিলে যে হেভি শুনতে লাগবে তাও না
No,
these
sir,
are all
sir.
very
Yes,
you
sir.
know like I'll show you a little bit like you play basic blues or dominant scale and then suddenly slip into that so like say A7 chord you play A mixolydian just mixolydian the blues maybe and suddenly the melodic minor E melodic minor it means E flat minus 7 flat 5 another one C minus 7 flat 5 so A melodic minus half whole diminished then G minus 7 flat 5 B flat melodic minor and then back to blues
Yes, sir. Got it, sir. Got
yeah
it, sir.
so that's how sound this is very harmonically sophisticated and difficult complicated sound very complex sounding so there's a risk of losing your audience yeah so but then that's what yeah Shambhu bol yeah that's coming out of তোর diminished ray মানে তোর যেটাকে আমি chromatic frets বলি not chromatic but chromatic frets মানে that means what I think in my language if you take a phrase that can be adjusted by strings but you can still go up or down chromatically by frets so what I did was I played G no I think I started from F sharp C half whole বাজছি না আমরা A half whole বাজছি তো so F sharp C and F sharp এটা বালি তো and then এই ফিগারটাই হাফ স্টেপ উপরে যাবে so then if you go even more you'll go wrong because G sharp চলে আসছে so but you go up but shift your tracks to the third string then becomes right মানে একটা set of strings উপরে চলে যায় third string second string so you're doing chromatic frets but not chromatically so that is that order so that's correct মানে দুটো সেম স্ট্রিং একটা নেক্সট স্ট্রিং আবার ব্যাক টু ওল্ড দুটো স্ট্রিং আবার ব্যাক টু সো দ্যাট ইজ দি আইডিয়া দ্যাট so these things you have to sit and work out ওটাই হচ্ছে ব্যাপার
স্যার কাইন্ডলি আরেকবার একটু যদি একটু দেখান একটু জাস্ট একটু গ্লিচেস হচ্ছিল নেটওয়ার্কে
ওকে রিজু দেখাবি একটু আমাদের প্লাগ ইন করে দেখো রিজু জানাবে তো বলবে
স্যার এটা হচ্ছে আমরা F sharp থেকে শুরু করছি on the fourth string so F sharp C and F sharp this is the motif that we are trying
correct F sharp C and F sharp নীল
my fourth string, third string, second string.
Correct.
Fret 4, 5, 7. And then তারপরে আমরা যদি half step এটাকে move করি, তবুও within the context of a half fold, right?
Correct.
And তারপরে গেলে we'll be out. Like this is out. So আমরা কি করছি? আমরা এই same finger patternটাকে তার মানে উপরের string এ নিয়ে যাচ্ছি, like string 3 to 1. এই প্যাটার্নটাতে
Then আমার legit হয়ে যাচ্ছে। হ্যাঁ।
মানে C sharp থেকে basically we are starting. C sharp করছি এখানে F sharp যাচ্ছি, right? তো and then এইটা তো হলো, এটা এবার এইটা as a minor third pattern will keep on repeating. So basically and then again মানে it will keep on repeating.
Right. Beautiful. নীল বুঝতে হচ্ছে এবারে?
Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir.
Yeah. So these are all little tools. These are all a half fold diminished. So now you can go that idea again. See, the idea is Riju is fun to play, is easy to play, but that jack, you know, you're changing tracks, and that makes it so. So it's like so chromatic frets বলে একটা concept আছে. So you're.
So it's very jagged, না শুনতে.
It is. I like that. Like glass,
very,
jagged
very
glass, broken glass kind of thing.
And then you play it in like 200 BPM, so that makes it even.
So it's like একটা পিঙ্ক নজের গান ছিল না, স্পেসম্যান স্প্লিফ বলে। Same concept, but it's more of a poppy kind of thing. That yeah, the Quirk album touch. So you know these kind of things you have to search for. So basically conceptual and jara একটু slightly advanced you know, or quick thinking at a level তখন you can figure out these possibilities on the instrument. Yeah. I think a similar lick I played on the Chase song, the first acoustic version of Iceman. You know who taught me to play fast? This lick I never played fast. My niece, Bolu, my little niece. Because she was little, she took the metronome and said, now you start playing. I started from 60. And she went to 120, 130, still playing. So keep playing.
So we can't handle with 2-digit numbers literally. How can we handle in like 3 digits?
Still, man, you can play half time. That's it. We're done. You play 300 BPM, but play at, you know, half time. 75 or something. Auto time. So yeah, I mean, so basically, key hoche mane basically that harmonic sophistication is what the upper note. What does that upper note sound compared to the basic, মানে basic foundation ধরে যেতে পারে? A major এর সঙ্গে F sharp আমার সুন্দর লাগে। F টা সুন্দর। Now a bunch of notes together, how does it sound over A7 or A major 7? Just say, Jack, I mean 100% বলছি না। Try and save the guide tones about 97%. 3% you're allowed, or 4% you're allowed to even ignore that, or even 5%. In fact, more maybe sometimes. So that মজার ব্যাপার হচ্ছে, আমি just this is just outside the class. Don't major 7 chord বাজছিস তো? Just think of G sharp and C sharp as your guide tones, which we know. Who will stop you to do this? Why not? It just sounds good. But if I say I'm playing G and C, apparently it is wrong. But if you slide into that with your major 7, you know, so lyrically it sounds fine, but then you experiment. Don't stop there. Never stop. Keep going. What if you can do this? What if you? এবার কি করলি? বলি যে ঠিক আছে, I can go from G to G sharp or C to C sharp. Or if I play C, play another note, then come to C sharp. So basically you're holding ওই C to C sharpটা একটু ইন্টারাপ্ট করে মধ্যখানে একটা নোট দিয়ে তারপরে গেলি, so that now see, it didn't sound wrong at all. So এই করতে করতে you actually take independence. You actually play a bunch of notes before you resolve. So and then
So the C sharp chord, where you're saying like the idea of slipping in chromatically, like with the chord, it sounds very similar to like that Pink Panther theme. You know how they play.
yeah.
Actually, seems just like that.
Yeah. So they use a lot of these devices, the deep devices, you know, like chromatism and all this. You see, I'm playing a whole bunch of wrong notes, so-called wrong notes, but I don't think so. If you play half-whole dimensional, also as another trick, এগুলো আমি পরের দিন করবো, একটু মনে করিস to breaking a scale down into small numbers, এটা বললেই হবে 2, number 2 বললেই হবে আমার, to break it down into 2. So basically কিছুই না, এই যে স্কেল বাড়াচ্ছিস না, ধর A লিডেন, break it down into figures of 2, means phrases of 2 notes only, or then you can juxtapose them in any way. You can play and বেশি লম্বা বাড়ে না, you're stuck to that melodic idea. But if you have small fragments, you can play like this, you can play like this, you can play like this, you can play like that. You know? So এই কনসেপ্টটা একটু আমরা পরের দিন করব. So Neil, this is our class and you have to cope with it. Kaushik has been trying for a long time. He's come a long way now. And these two boys are, Ritu of course is a long time student of mine. So but this is, I'm in a way very unsystematic. I'm sorry, but this is how I teach. I have no syllabus, I have no order, I have no basic to advanced, nothing. I have basic to I get bored with. But একটু করে নিস, তুই দরকার হয় এই গ্রুপের নাম্বারটা নিয়ে একটু জিজ্ঞেস করিস রিজুদাকে or শ্যাম্বুকে, they are pretty hip with these things. Or you can ask to Sam for that matter, Somo, any of them. Somo is pretty okay with that. Yeah. Asha, before I forget, last time we did this minor pentatonic shit, no? Remember? This minor pentatonic the
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
We started from Lydian and then moved on to like moving that shape all across the fret.
Correct. So I don't know if I give you this chord chart. I think you have it, like an A minor, E flat minor, C minor, G flat minor kind of chord chart. Oh, ওটা একটু বাবু গ্রুপে দিয়ে দিবি? আচ্ছা, yeah, I think yes. তুই ঋষভ কই বলিস, ঋষভ করে দেবে তোকে। ওহো, তাহলে আচ্ছা, anyway, see this is what it is, guys.
একটাই গ্রুপ আছে পুরো, like everyone.
ও একটাই গ্রুপ আছে। Yeah. No, but don't post it. I don't want the students which are not there anymore to have anything to do with it. আমি তোকে দেখে দিচ্ছি। Basically, did you remember the minor pentatonic fragments we did this? So I had a little chord chart which is A minor and তার flat 5 E flat minor, and then A minor থেকে C minor which is a minor third up, and then তার flat 5 F sharp minor. So A minor, E flat minor, C minor, G flat minor, and only navigate this with minor pentatonic fragments. Don't use the whole minor. I mean, of course you can play, but try and practice. You know, like that kind of thing. Yeah.
মাইনার পেন্টাটনিক ফ্র্যাগমেন্টস মানে হচ্ছে জাস্ট ওই
3 or
it's a
4
small
more.
subsection of that, right?
That's correct. একটা
Sir,
portion
একটা-
নিয়ে try and push it up or down to navigate over the changes.
স্যার বলছি কর্ড চারটা একবার বললে পরে ভালো। এই এ
Sure.
মাইনারে ফ্ল্যাট 5 এ গিয়ে ই ফ্ল্যাট মাইনার,
তারপরে C minor and then G flat minor. আমি একবার বাজিয়ে দেবো তাই?
ঠিক আছে স্যার।
আমি একবার বাজিয়ে দিচ্ছি লাস্ট একটা। That kind of thing. Just take a fragment, any rhythm, but da 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 basis, da 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 basis, any rhythm, but just ওই fragmental, মানে যে কোনো 4টে নোট বা 3টে নোটের একটা fragment নিলে minor pentatonic থেকে A minor pentatonic, E flat minor pentatonic, and try and see where you can push that fragment to fit the next chord. And also, since we talk about fragment, the Rijuki বা Shambhu আমরা মনে করি how to use fragments of diminished scale, which is what Henderson does a lot. Just we say 10 minute, 15 minute নেবে, ওটা বিশেষ কিছুই না, just a trick that people use.
Sir, I forgot to ask you in the beginning of the class. Last class, you had given us a chord progression, and like at the end, there were like 2 dominant chords and like 1 major 7th and 1 minor 7th. So we didn't cover that part. Like we didn't explore that exactly how like do we did the beginning part completely, but like the end.
Man. Yeah. What was the chord?
Sir, I don't have that notebook right now, sir. I have that in the one where I write the doubts and everything.
Okay.
I'll tell you next class, sir. Could you like
Please,
do it in like
please.
10 minutes or something?
Sure, of course. The first thing, once you join, you please remind
Yes.
me.
Yes, sir, I will.
I'm getting old now, baby. What to do? Sorry.
No, sir. Actually, the entire class went in like doing the rest of the 4 chords.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. ঠিক আছে. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. So see you
Hello,
next
sir.
time. Bye. Thank you, Babu. Thank you, Neil. Bye, guys. Bye, Kaushik. Bye, guys. Bye, Shambhu. Yeah. এই রে, ওই এখন কি চান্স নিস না, অফিসে কাজ কর বাবা। Think বাড়িতে গিয়ে একটা draw out also, then people can see you doing that, like a draw out a fingerboard and map out scales on the frets, like for example, play all the shapes that is possible over, say, G flat melodic minor, from the lower fingerboard to the higher part of the fingerboard. Just draw করলি, রুটস থেকে পয়েন্ট গুলো বার করে তারপর স্কেল গুলো বাড়ালি, মানে ওইখানে ডট করে দিলি ফ্রেট আর স্ট্রিং এর উপরে, কিন্তু ডায়াগ্রামটা বাড়ি থেকে এঁকে নিয়ে যাস, কারণ অনেক সময় লাগবে ওটা, মানে ফ্রেট বোর্ডটা। Yeah, correct. Melodic minor, then ধর write a chord chart and try and play what scales you can use just from the mind, and বাড়িতে এসে দেখলি ওটা ঠিক হয়েছে নাকি।
Okay, sir. Sir, is there any WhatsApp group?
I don't know what group there is, but I think Rishabh knows there's a
There
group.
is একটা আছে স্যার, একটা গ্রুপ আছে অফলাইন
Acha.
অনলাইনের একসাথে আছে।
Okay.
Shambho, you have your number, can you drop your number if you don't mind? তাহলে কি করবো না, I don't have the thing to add you, but in case I need some clarification, I can drop you a WhatsApp and then if that is okay with you. হ্যাঁ 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 হ্যাঁ, আমি লিখে নিচ্ছি।
নীল তুই তাহলে ওটা করে নিস, ওটা গ্রুপে ইনক্লুড করে নিস।
হ্যাঁ স্যার, আমি ইয়ে করে দিয়েছি, চ্যাটে ইয়ে করে দিয়েছি।
আচ্ছা, চ্যাটে করে নিস।
হ্যাঁ।
And Neil, so this is how these boys work, and Sam also, she's a girl. Any problems you can ask around, and WhatsApp এ করলেই ভালো হয়, কাউকে জিজ্ঞেস করলে তো, someone who's little bit more senior than you, not by age, but by guitar playing experience.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So you can figure out, and there's no problem that way. ঠিক আছে?
this is my first time I'm attending your class.
Yes.
স্যার খুব ভালো লাগলো স্যার, ভীষণ ভালো লাগলো।
Thank you.
স্যার ইউ আর জিনিয়াস স্যার।
That I don't know, but yeah.
স্যার আপনি জিজ্ঞাসা করেছেন না প্রথমে, you want to be popular or you want to learn music? I think you are both. I mean, that is so it's, I think it's a very irrelevant question when you say that, because anyways you have done both the things, right? So we all want to be like you.
Yeah, which is good, but you don't do anything just to be popular. You become popular. Maybe lake thakle become popular, but you don't do things that তাহলে তো তুই অনেক কিছু করতে পারছিস, সেটা দুদিনে পপুলার হয়ে যাবে। সো রাস্তায় গিয়ে তুই যদি নেকেড দৌড়োস, তাহলে তুমি একদিনে ফেমাস হয়ে গেছিস। So that's what I meant. Popular beings, like I'm in the line for more than 3 decades, so people are forced to know my face. So they see me, wherever.
It's not just being popular, but the way you are. I mean, that is different. A lot of people are popular, right?
Yeah.
But what people think about you is different. I mean.
Yeah. Well, hopefully what they think is good and positive and not negative. Not that I care much, but still, yeah. But yeah, sure. I mean, that's what the thing is, Kaushik, Tora, you already janis class. Neil, I always think of this community brotherhood or sisterhood system. I mean, Kaushik Shambhat থেকে বেশি জানে, so Kaushik won't share the information. It shouldn't be like that. Firstly, the information is not yours. It's not even mine. But yeah, luckily I've collected the information and sharing it, because I love sharing. Whether it's a chocolate or a piece of music or chords or whatever. So you, I think, should become like that. Share. Go out of the way and share. Somo jodi kichu jane tale Shambhoke phone kore, what, I've discovered this chord shape. Do you know? Shambho says, no, I don't know. Tell me. Wow. They have a laugh, and that's beautiful. That's the beauty of life. সেটা বাইরের লোক বুঝতে পারবে না, তোরাই বুঝতে পারবি, as musicians or students of music. I'm also a student of music. There's this, it is beautiful, and it's beautiful খুব ক্যাজুয়ালি আমি বলছি না, কিন্তু it's খুব profound feeling, এটা খুব deep feeling. It's beautiful to be able to share a new chord or a new scale or a new technique with, say, Shomo or Sam, especially if they didn't know. The joy of giving is better than taking. That's why my mom always told me, give. Don't even dream of taking, faking, or like, give. See if you have the heart to give. If you don't have, then stand in front of the mirror and change yourself. So giving is very joyous, very, very joyful. And সেটাকে নিয়ে কে কি করছে সেটা তোর দরকার নেই। what I mean? আমার অনেক স্টুডেন্ট আছে, শিখেছে তোদের মতনই শিখেছে, but when life hit them directly in reality, they're doing something which I never taught them ever. They're doing something in the name of music. They're doing absolute crap shit. But it's their problem, সবাই কি করব, পেট চালাতে হবে, ওই নাম দিয়ে অনেক কিছু শিট করে, but you can always balance out. কিন্তু শ্যাম্বো দেখ এত পড়াশোনা করছে, তুই চাকরি করছিস, সময় চাকরি করছিস, but everyone is there in my class. Maybe 6 or 7 people. I can have 30 people. I can start soloing. I can start teaching Hindi songs, Bollywood songs. I can take the authentic chord charts from my friends. They are all Bollywood guys. and they give you, see, this is coming from Asan, this is coming from Shankar, and I'm not bent that way. The real মিউজিকটাকে না তুই ইনসাল্ট করতে পারবি না, তুই রেসপেক্ট করতে হবে, ইউ ক্যানট ডিসরেসপেক্ট। And এখন দেখ তোরা বুঝতেই পারছিস যে ইটস সো ডিপ and it's you know you cannot fool with it. And কৌশিক একটা বলছি না, মানে that the joy in তুই তো তার এক বছর ফ্রাস্ট্রেশন, এই যে তুই তার প্রথম দিন বললি আমার মনে আছে যে আমার মাথার উপর দিয়ে বেরোচ্ছে, but slowly you're sticking by it slowly but steadily but surely it's coming to you.
Yes.
And that's why music is very deep.
Guitar আছে স্যার, but I will get there. So
Of course you will get there, for sure you'll get there, for sure. Be open, work hard, even if you have 1 hour a day, you know,
I wish
systematically.
I could have invested more time every day.
That's okay, but that's reality, no? আমাকে তুই যদি বলিস ব্যাংকে চাকরি করতে, দেখবি আমি 11 ঘন্টা গিটার বাজাবো, 1 ঘন্টা ব্যাংকে যাবো কি যাবো না, সেম থিং, ইটস জাস্ট উল্টা, you know?
শাম্বু বললো না গিটার, আপনি বললেন গিটারটা I was thinking about my work, মানে work place and how is it feasible.
না, ডায়াগ্রাম নিয়ে যাস না, ধরা পড়ে যাবি, ডায়াগ্রাম নিয়ে যাস না।
হ্যাঁ, আমাকে ধরা পড়ার কিছু নেই স্যার, because almost I run the place, but yeah,
Okay.
again you have to live by example, right?
Yeah, sure. Of course. Great, but at least ধরে রেখেছি, এটা চালিয়ে যাবে। It's, see, whether you become popular, you become a known artist or record করলি, album করলি, it's important, but ঠিক আছে, but at least if you get the music in the truest sense, na, it is another feeling. সেটা যদি এখন না বুঝতে পারিস, maybe when you're 50 or 60 you will get, and you'll say, thank myself for being and doing this. It is in, and is, আমি তোকে বলছি একটা কথা, Neil, and you know, it's an incredible friend of yours. It's such a friend of yours, it's not, you can't believe. You know, it's a very abstract, না তুই ধরতে পারিস না, ছুঁতে পারিস না, you can only feel it or hear it. It's all around you, man. ওটাকে নিয়ে যখন কেউ চিপনেস করে না, I want to go to America and get a license to kill and just kill them all, you know. You know, well, I'll go to jail, but still, at least I put down 4 of them, you know. But music is beautiful, man. True music, in the name of music, তুই এখন যা তা করলে সেটা হবে না, মানে you know. So support the system, keep supporting good stuff. It's incredible, man. And I'm thankful to you guys, you know, I've been teaching from 1980 or 81, and I've got so much experience by teaching. I can tell কোন student কিভাবে শিখছে, even it's online, if it's small little screen, I can tell. আমার মনে আছে এখনো, শ্যাম্পু যখন ফার্স্ট দিন ক্লাসে এসেছিল অফলাইনে, ও কিছু করেনি, ওর সঙ্গে কথাই বলিনি, এসে চুপচাপ এপাশ থেকে চলে গেছে, আমার মনে আছে। But I knew this boy has got it, his eyes told me something. এখনো দেখবি ও কিছু দেখলে মানে মুখ ফুক হেসে ফেলে, চোখ ফুক বড় হয়ে যায়, you know, he gets excited, the joy, you know, that wow. And he's hardly, কত হবে, how old are you, Shambhu? 20. So by 25 he'll be killing it. I know, that's true. Yeah. Cool. Anyway, cool guys, thank you so much. See you next class. Bye guys. Bye. See you. Bye.